Hi guys, today's arrangement is climate change. Climate change is being faced not only by India but also by all the countries throughout the world, and it has become a frightening as well as threatening factor to human life. The scientists, the environmentalists, and many other people from the different sectors are too much worried about climate change. Then, what is climate change? The first question is, what is climate change? Nowadays, we see that winter is very short lived, summer is prolonged, and rainy season is appearing now and then, causing torrential rain, havoc rain, and flood, devastating the human localities, human life, etc. Now, what are the causes of climate change? Scholars say that the first cause of climate change is fossil fuel. Fossil fuel. Fossil fuel means oil, gas, coal, etc., which are the source of energy to drive cars, to drive engines, etc. So remember that fossil fuel is the root cause of climate change because our climate is being overheated by the emission of smoke, dust, and many other harmful agents which make our environment heated. Actually, carbon monoxide that becomes dioxide in the air traps our overheat, and the heat cannot be released or is not released. So the heat remains in our environment, which becomes heated, too much heated. And you see that many are the causes of climate change. The first of all that I have mentioned is the burning of fossil fuel like coal, oil, gas, etc. Okay? Now, nowadays, the farmers in our country, especially in the suburbs of Delhi, Haryana, Punjab, are burning stubbles, the remainings of the paddy plants and many other plants which are being burnt indiscriminately by the farmers. And the stubbles, when burning or when are being burnt, are releasing clouds of smoke polluting the environment and heating the environment. And you have seen in the newspapers recently that Delhi has to close all the schools, colleges, and universities for havoc air pollution caused by the burning of the stubbles. So, the first cause is the burning of fossil fuel, and the second cause is the burning of stubbles. Okay? And the third cause that I want to mention here is that trees, the huge trees, the age-old trees, are being indiscriminately felled or cut down without any sort of planning. Without planting more trees, the age-old trees are being cut down indiscriminately, and these trees could release fresh air. These trees could absorb the pollutants in the environment, and human beings, our environment, are becoming helpless day by day without all these trees. Now, try to remember that the burning of fossil fuels, the burning of stubbles, the indiscriminate felling of the age-old trees are the main causes of our climate change. And you see that CO2, which is a very harmful gas to our environment, is staying within the lower layer. And nowadays you see that the more the people are becoming civilized, the more they are using the electronic gadgets for the comforts of their life, like refrigerator, like AC, which are also very much responsible for climate change. So, what are the results of climate change? The results of climate change is torrential rain causing flood, drought, short-lived winter, and prolonged summer. As a result of which, you see that the avalanches and glaciers are melting rapidly, increasing the sea level day by day, and the coastal areas are being swallowed by the sea water. You see that if it goes on uninterruptedly, the nearby localities will go into the sea, and human life will be at stake. You see that in the USA, the UK, Canada, Japan, everywhere in the European countries as well as in the Asian countries, the change of climate has left a tremendous impact. Think of the cyclones in our country, like Ayla, like Amphan, whatnot. Every year, this sort of natural calamities break out, threatening human life and distracting human life. So, the only way to check or control climate change is to carve the comfort of human life. The comfort of human life. Can't you make a track of bicycles so that the young men or women can go to their office, to their places of work on bicycle without disturbing the environment and without having any impact on climate. And all the motorized vehicles which depend on oil like diesel, petrol, etc. must be electric vehicles, so that it should have no impact on our climate. And if these avalanches and glaciers melt away very rapidly, what will happen? It will happen that the sea level will increase to such an extent that it will swallow the human life. So, please plant more trees. Please carve the comfort of your life so that our future generation may live without any sort of hazards. And that's the end of my lecture tonight. And I request all of you again to subscribe my channel, to like it and comment too. I have no objection. Thanking all of you. Good night.